Have you ever been trying to explain where something is and just got stuck? You know, words like in, on, and under. They seem so simple, but they're absolutely key to describing the world around us. Today, we're going to master these essential building blocks of location in English, prepositions of place.
So let's just dive right in with a super simple question. Take a look at this picture and tell me, where is the owl? Seriously, think about how you'd say it. The one word you're probably thinking of is exactly what we're talking about today.
You got it. The owl is on a branch. See that tiny little word, on? It's so powerful, right? It tells us everything we need to know about where that owl is. That, my friends, is a preposition of place.
So what's the official definition? Well, prepositions are basically words that show relationships. They can be about time or direction, but for this explainer, we're going to get laser focused on place. We're learning how to build a map with our words.
Let's start building up our vocabulary. First one up is in. The fruit is in the bowl. This tells us the fruit is contained, right? It's inside the walls of the bowl. Simple, clear, and you're going to use this one all the time.
Okay, so if in means inside, what do we say when something is below something else? Well, for that, we use under. The shoes are under the table. It means they're at a lower level, and in this case, they're kind of covered by the table.
And look, we're back to our friend on, just like with the owl. The cookie is on the plate. Notice the difference here? It's not in the plate. It's resting right on the surface. It's touching the top.
Now, what if something is on the other side of an object from where you're looking? That's where behind comes in. The teacher is behind the desk. It's a great way to say that the desk is between you and the teacher. And of course, the opposite of behind is in front of. The girl is in front of the boy. This is a perfect example to show that sometimes prepositions aren't just one word. They can be little phrases too.
Now, between is a fun one because it always needs two other things to work. You use it when you're talking about something that's in the middle. So here, the apple is between the strawberry and the banana. But what if things are just close to each other? Not directly on top, or under, or behind, just close. For that, we have the word near. The pencil is near the eraser. It just means they're in the same general area.
Okay, so we've got all these new words. How do we actually use them in a sentence? It's actually a pretty simple formula. You just start with the and your first noun, add a verb like is or are, pop in your preposition, and then finish it off with the and your second noun. Like this, the cat is under the table. See, it's a perfect, easy-to-use structure.
Now, here's a super important detail. The verb you use has to match your noun. If you're talking about just one thing, a singular noun like cookie, you use is. But if you're talking about more than one thing, a plural noun like strawberries, you've got to use are. The preposition doesn't change, but that verb is crucial.
Here's another really common way you'll hear people describe things. Instead of starting with the object, you can start with there is or there are. And you guessed it, the same rule applies. There is for one thing, like a cup of coffee. There are for multiple things, like a bunch of bananas.
All right, let's tackle something that trips a lot of people up. Some of these prepositions sound really similar, and it can be confusing to know which one to pick. Don't worry, let's clear up a few of the most common ones.
First up, we've got next to and beside. And I have some great news for you. They mean the exact same thing. You can say the sunglasses are next to the sunscreen or they're beside the sunscreen. Both are 100% correct. You can just swap them out whenever you want. Easy, right? Now for a really important one, on versus above. The key thing to remember here is all about touching. We use on when two things are physically touching each other, like the boat is on the water. But we use above when one thing is higher than another, but they're not touching, like the light that's above the table.
So where does over fit into all this? Well, over is a lot like above, but we usually use it when there's movement involved, like from one side to the other. So you'd say the plane flew over the Eiffel Tower. It's describing a path that goes across and above it. Hey, just like next to and beside, we've got another group of words that mean pretty much the same thing, under, beneath, and below. In most cases, like talking about where the cat is, you can use any of them. Beneath might sound a little more formal or literary, but honestly, all three get the job done. Whew! All right, you've learned the words, you've learned the sentence patterns. Now it's time to lock it all in so you don't forget it. Let's do a quick little review of everything we've covered.
And here it is, your personal preposition toolkit. Look at all these awesome tools you have now. From being inside something with in, to resting on a surface with on, to being right in the middle with between. This is your go-to list for describing where literally anything is.
Okay, so here's a little challenge for you. Don't just let this information sit here. I want you to look around whatever room you're in right now. Can you find 3 things and make 3 sentences using the prepositions we just learned? The more you actually use them, the more they'll just become second nature. Go on, give it a shot. You've got this.